Hello guys and girls, welcome to another video. Today we are drawing SCP-035, the mask. And this one was requested by Reaper-ZW5YP. So thank you for requesting this one. And I hope you enjoy this drawing. So, not the most advanced SCP. It's more or less a mask that you put on. You're like when you're in the presence of this mask, you want to put it on, like it calls to you. And when you put it on, it kind of emits a different brainwave pattern than your brain, which kills your brain basically. And that's pretty much the gist of the SCP. And it controls the host for as long as it can until the body is kind of rotting away, or it's just a skeleton. Like, it's really freaky that way. But the body is dead and it can communicate. It can talk and such. But if you try to talk to this, you'll also be attracted to the mask and you want to put it on as well, so you have to be very careful. There was this one doctor who interviewed this person who had put this mask on, and that scientist ended up having the mask put on. And when you have the mask on, then it starts emitting this fluid kinda. This dark fluid around the eyes, the mouth, stuff like that. Really freaky stuff. So that's pretty much the gist of that SCP. There's not a ton of fan art of this mask in circumstances like with it being put on, stuff like that, or not what I could find at least. So yeah, we're gonna try and do our own thing here. So what I'm thinking is, I have this mask as a reference. What I'm thinking is, he's about to put the mask on. And maybe it starts bleeding a little bit, I don't know. We'll see where we go with this. I'm not 100% sure yet. Let's see where we go with this one. And there's different variants of this mask as well, like some have a more ancient Greece aesthetic and other ones Venetian. So they all have different styles to them. Maybe you can see that the expression of the person putting it on. Maybe you can see the face a bit. Something like this. Let's actually switch up the fingers here a bit. I don't like the placement, so change them to look like that, so it's more grabbing the mask, not, I don't know. So, and we want to fix the shape a bit, it's too round. Like so, maybe. Because I want to stay true to what media there is of this. Like so. Slowly getting the shape of the things here. What we want. This maybe. Short coffee break. Hope you guys are doing well and having a good time with the new year. Like so. The hand placement, gotta think about that so we don't put it weirdly or we put the fingers in a weird position. Maybe the person here is crying really horrible dark stuff. But yeah, that's what happens if you're in the presence of this SCP. That's what happens. Sorry. And since he hasn't put it on, it's not gonna be crying. Instead, it's gonna be him crying, the guy putting it on, because he knows what he's about to do, but he can't stop it. It's kinda a twist on things, I guess. Let's do some shading here. Get a feel for the lighting and what we want from this. Thinking maybe a backlight. So we want his face to be in focus, actually, the guy crying. You have like this uncontrollable urge to put the mask on. That must be so horrible to experience. Yeah. I'm glad SCP is just fictional and it's not real, really. Thankful for that. Like so, and we go through with the stomp pen, smoothing out all these hard lines. Just like this. Go through it very quickly, efficiently. Just like this. Go through all these parts here. Make sure all the shadows are soft and nice. Like so. And after that we go through with the same pen, just add more values where we want them. The arm here, define the arm a bit. This. Like this. Go through the jeans here, or the pants, whatever these are. Give them some creases or wrinkles here and there, like so. like so. We work on the outline a bit, the silhouette, do some cleanup. All these smudgy edges we remove and the sketch lines, they need to go. Like so. Just like this. And thank you guys so much for watching my videos and commenting. I do appreciate it. It means a lot to me, so thank you so much for that, and hope we can continue this series by you liking, sharing and commenting. So yeah, thank you again, Reaper, for requesting this particular SCP. Reaper was the first one to request it. There was 3-4 requests just on this SCP alone, so that's cool that so many people are invested and know about this SCP. I think that's really cool. Something like this. Go through with the line pen here to get some nice edges, lines. So be careful with the outline here on the mask so we don't screw that up. Like so. So like this, just going through with the lines, and after we've done with this, we'll work more on the shading and adding values and adding small details here and there. So I imagine this guy, he's like been watching this mask for some time, and he's now like, he's resisted the urge for quite long, but now he can't resist it anymore. Like so. That's my idea with this guy anyways. Like this. Let's fill in some of the wrinkles here. Like this, just giving some of these a little bit of a line here and there. We fill in the mask now. Let's see. Oh yeah, that looks kinda creepy. Kinda creepy. Like so. Just gonna give the eyes a bit more definition as well. Maybe some hair or something going on up here. Like so. Maybe give it a bit of a lip here. Like so. And we add a bit of line here. Like so. Let's fill this in. Yeah, I think that it looks similar to other fan art of this SCP, yet you can tell it's my style. I'm taking ideas from bits and pieces here and there, some art references here and there. It's always good to have a reference library before you start drawing. So, thinking, let's add the details to the ear actually. And I imagine he's gonna be a bit bald. He won't have a lot of hair. Kinda bald. Bald look we're going for. add some more values to where we want them. So the neck here is way too bright actually, so turn that down a bit. And yeah, line art I think is the most difficult part for me with drawing. It's also the part where I don't talk the most. It goes hand in hand because it takes a lot of focus for me to get that right. So now now it's easy going from here, kinda. So it's always good to have a nice looking line art, don't have lines all over. And if you watched this far, then please leave your SCP in the comments below. What SCP do you want me to draw next? I love seeing you guys' requests and learning about new SCPs. It's the chicken man that we drew. It was really interesting because I guess I'm very mainstream when it comes to SCP. I don't know all the obscure ones. I know the mainstream ones, the Plague Doctor, the Statue, Shy Guy, you know those. So it's interesting going down this rabbit hole. I really like it. It's a really fun universe to explore with you guys. Like so. And yeah, like I said, he's an older gentleman. He's slowly became crazier and crazier. Maybe stopped eating just thinking about putting the mask on until he eventually did. So it's like a mercy killing for him now at this point, putting the mask on. He's just in torture, thinking about this mask. So yeah, a little bit of a twist here. He will be crying instead of the mask. So hope you guys like my idea, my version of that. Let's add some more texture here maybe. Let me sharpen the pen here. Just so we have a really sharp pen to work with. Like so. I don't know if it's that much sharper actually. Give me a second. Yeah, that's much better. Much better. We have a very sharp pen to work with now. Because we need that to add fine details that we're coming to now. Like so. And we're gonna add the tear to his face in the very last steps. I'm gonna like add a small teardrop highlight. So we go through with Stuff Pen once more, very loosely, very quickly, just like this. Very quickly. And then we remove some of that graphite on our pen and on our paper next to us here. Once more, remove the graphite, like so. And we try to not go through the darkest parts. Like so. Try to soften all these shadows. Is what we're trying to aim for here. Makes it easy for the eye to look at. Like so. And now we are gonna do some cleanup again and add highlights, which is a really fun part. I really enjoy doing that. In my opinion, that's where the drawing can really pop and come to life, when you add the highlights. Just want to remove some of this white, where it's too white. Something like this. Like so. So, slowly this mask is coming to life, looking a bit more full. Yeah, like so. And remember the nose, the shins, the lips, forehead, they all have thinner skin, which is gonna be more translucent, so it's gonna be catching more of that light. And this guy, he's crying, like I said. Gonna come back to that. like so. And the light is coming from here, upper left. So it's catching like this. Alright, they're picking up some of that rim light, like so, slowly coming to life. Maybe the arm is picking up some, not too much. Same with the legs here. Want to be careful with not adding too much, because then it can look like a sheep effect. Like so. Fingers are gonna be having some highlights here, since they're translucent, because they have a thinner skin. This. Same with the ear, some parts of the ear will catch that light. Not all, because the ear has such complex shapes. Like so. Now I want to add a bit of more detail to the pants. Add small touches, my own personal touches to my drawings. Just how I like to kind of frame the shadows up, if that makes sense. Put line art on shadows. I think that looks really slick and nice, and I really like doing it that way. Like so. Slowly taking shape here. We're just, as we go, refilling these lines, trying to add some detail here and there where we can. And when you add these highlights, you might see some details that you haven't seen before, like they might be popping up. Maybe he has some wrinkles in his face, like so. Work a bit more on the tear. Yeah, like so. That small iris in the eye is just, yeah, perfection. I really like that. Like so. Maybe we can see a bit of his nose like that. Something like this. I could have just been satisfied with having white eyes for him, but that would make it look kinda, I don't know, magical and threatening maybe. That's not the feeling I want for this guy. I want more, he's putting himself out there in danger, kinda. I don't know the word for it, but don't want a menacing look for this guy. like this, slowly starting to take shape, kinda like the shading we're going with here, and we're gonna be consistent with this shading, so you guys know what to expect from me. I'm being consistent. I made sure to buy all the right pens that I use, so we never run out of those. And yeah. And I'm thinking about drawing the Plague Doctor again. You know, we've drawn him with ink pencils before, but that gives a different aesthetic kinda than drawing with the graphite pen. So I'm gonna be doing that, and I have this idea of him maybe bringing in zombies, like giving them life again, the dead. His patience. Like so. I just need to clean up my hand a bit from all the graphite it's picking up. Maybe I should get gloves, I don't know. That would be a good idea. Just cleaning up the silhouette, and then we're gonna go into fine detail. And we start by adding black lines. So let's not waste time. Let's do that now actually. Actually, I want to give this guy some neck muscles because it's too flat in this area, like so. And I want to emphasize this tear somehow. Let's see how we do that actually. Let's come back to that. So he has really rugged clothes from not eating, not sleeping well, just thinking about this damn mask all the time. So we're gonna add some extra textures to him just to make him look really rugged, and maybe he hasn't washed in a few days, so like this. So let's give the skin some pores here just to make it look a lot of pores, a lot of texture, a lot of let's give this one a little bit of love here and there. I'm quite proud of this composition we have going on here. It's quite nice, if I say so myself. And tell me in the comments what you guys think of this one. You like it? You want maybe another interpretation again, or I draw some other SCP? Just leave your comment below and I'll read it. I read all the comments. I go through them all. And yeah, it's really warms my heart seeing all you guys comment, and like these really sweet comments saying you're so good at drawing, or I have a soothing voice to listen to. Like, it's really nice stuff. Really kind of you. Like this. Same with the mask. Maybe actually the mask is gonna be clean, just a contrast. Like the mask is gonna be so pristine and nice, while he is dirty and rugged and filled with these different textures. I think that can be a nice contrast. Like this. Just tone this down a bit, because what I want to be in focus here is his eyes and the tear. So his very highlighted bald head is not that important. Let's do a gradient here. Let's do an overview. So the legs are going to be a bit darker than up above. This, because the torso will be like casting a shadow on the legs. It's kind of, if you know how light works, then you can really learn a lot about drawing. And I'm no expert at light, but try to share what I can with you guys. And if you guys have gotten some tips or advice from my videos, then please send me a message saying what you learned. Like this. Yeah, his shirt has really seen better days. It's not in the best condition. And my folds in shirts and stuff like that, clothes, it's not accurate, but it's my style, you know. You see this pattern quite often in my drawings when I draw shirts, for example, or clothes in general. You see that pattern quite often in my artwork. Maybe he is scratched up as well. Maybe he's been bruised up, really not in a good state of mind, this guy, and his state of mind is gonna get a whole lot worse when he puts this on. Well, actually he's gonna be dead, so I guess it's gonna be put out of his misery, as psychotic as that sounds. I actually had two ideas before drawing this. I didn't go with the sketch on this one as I do with most of my drawings, because I had a clear idea in my head. I either wanted him to have his mask put on with it bleeding quite profusely, like in he's like standing there like a zombie, or sitting in a chair, or with this idea with him being very like in a horrible facial expression while putting the mask on, if that makes sense. Like this. And around the rim light we add some extra value just to make the contrast even bigger, like so. And I think we're done with the black textures now. Now we can go add the white ones, where we just erase like this. So these are scars, and just gives it a bit more depth, a little bit more depth. And let's re-add some highlights here that might have gotten erased accidentally with my hand. Maybe the nose is picking up some bounce light from some place, like so. Just very small details. No one's gonna notice in 100 years, but I'm gonna notice it since I'm a perfectionist, so I better add it, or I'm gonna have nightmares about me not adding stuff. Work on the pants a bit. Like this. Quite fun drawing. It came out as I had expected. With these pens I get like exactly the results I want. There's no fuss with having to sharpen the pens all the time or stuff like that. It just takes away from the drawing process. It's just pure drawing, and that's what it should be about, just drawing and having fun. And when I draw and do these videos, it's like I'm in a Zen state. It's an escape from reality for me to draw. It's it's a bit like therapy for me. I've never had therapy before, but I can imagine this is how it feels like. So yeah, that's nice. Like that. Let's add a bit more texture to the pants here. Wear and tear, a very aggressive wear and tear. The only pristine object here is the mask. Everything else is quite dirty and worn up. Do a little bit more cleanup, just want a really clear silhouette. Maybe you guys won't see it in the video, but I sure see it, and I need to remove these to be happy. That's how it works. Life of an artist. And if you guys are drawing while listening to me draw, please show me your drawings, either if you DM me on Instagram or message me on YouTube, Facebook, whatever. Please do. Love to see my fans' creations and just interact with you guys. Like so. If you come this far into the video also, please remember to hit the like button because it helps the algorithm, and also hit the follow button, subscribe, because we're a small channel. We're slowly but steadily growing, and I'll take any subscriber I can. I see every follow, I see every comment, so thank you guys so much for that. And yeah, enough about that now. I think the nose bone is gonna be very clear here, so we give that a bit of an highlight. The lip, the chin, the cheeks. Like so. And we're at the 1 hour mark, guys. We are gonna call it here. I think we are pretty much finished with this one, just adding small details now, and we can add and add and add, but At some point you have to stop and say, well, I'm happy with how this looks, and I think that's where we are at right now. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.